Hey, Scott Paskerian with Engel Völkers, and I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today we're going to talk about new construction and how to go about purchasing it and the different intricacies on the different types of developments, especially what we see here in Boston. Now you'd think buying a newly constructed home or property that is gut renovated is more simple than just buying one previously owned or built over 100 years ago. Now, in some ways it is. If you're looking at a larger condo development and one of the first people to look, then in most cases you have a larger choice of layouts and number of bedrooms. But here are some of the things that you should know about new construction and what to consider before putting down a deposit. Some properties may not be listed on MLS, or they may not put all of them on at once. Now, depending on the scale of the development, developers may have their own in-house sales employees to have more control and cut costs. On smaller developments, the developers still tend to use real estate agents. New construction is often sold before they're even built. A developer wants to sell as many units or properties before completion. Now, a seasoned developer will generally have mapped out the construction and whole sales process. Now that being said, if you are one of the first buyers on a project, you will most likely be able to reserve the property at a lower price than those who purchase towards the end or after construction is complete. Now also, if the developer is going to give different options on the finishes, typically it's going to be to the people that put reservations down early on before they start making the big orders. When you go back and think about it, it's a risk-reward situation. Now unlike your standard seller, developers don't have a personal attachment to the home. Now, what do you think the developer's main goal is? You guess it, make money. They want to sell the inventory and move on to the next project. What they're really looking for is well-qualified buyers. They're setting their prices based upon inventory and how well the project is selling. That is why they do not release all the units at once, especially on the larger developments. If you're thinking about purchasing at pre-construction, then there's probably little to no wiggle room in the price. But after a property is completed, you may have a little bit more room to negotiate. You're going to want to find out who the developer of the property is and what their reputation is. Now, not all of them are trying to pull one over on you, but there are some out there that decide to cut a few corners and use cheaper material and disguise their work. You're really going to want to get the history of the developer. Sometimes they may not be a developer. They could just be a contractor who got a good deal on a property and trying to flip it and make a buck. They're really not developers. They're not hiring a team to really put the owner in a beneficial situation. It's really important to have someone that's representing your interest. You really just want to hire the agent that is familiar with new construction, able to negotiate, and has past experience working with the agents on the other side and knowing who the developer is. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.